Today's tropical weather update is brought to you by State Insurance Company Limited. Live in a better state of mind.
A pleasant good day, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us for today's tropical weather update. Today, Tuesday, the 21st day of October, I am Letitia Humphreys. Now we start off by taking a look at the high surf advisory. That high surf advisory remains in effect for the islands of Antigua, Barbuda, Montserrat, the British Virgin Islands, Anguilla, St. Kitts, and the Nevis. These surfs are as a result of a low-pressure system way in the North Atlantic that's been sending some northerly swells into our near coastal areas. So for beachgoers in particular, the beaches are a bit rough on the northern side of the island at the moment. We're looking at northerly swells up to 1.8 meters or up to 6 feet. Here are some associated impacts as those swells moving to our coastlines. We're looking at hazardous breaking waves or surfs, possibly breaking at twice the height of those swells. So we're looking at swells up to 1.8 meters or up to 6 feet, and therefore the surfs could break at least twice the height of those swells, which is around 12 feet. Now there's also the potential for rip currents to develop, which is usually a narrow pathway along the coastal areas where you see the water rushing back out into the sea. To stay clear of those areas, if you happen to get trapped in a rip current, you swim, you let it pull you out, and then swim parallel to the seashore once you get out of that rip current, but don't try to swim against or into that rip current trying to get back to the shoreline. There's also the chance for moderate sand erosion along those coastal areas. On our satellite imagery, we continue to monitor the progress of AL98. It is presently in the Caribbean Sea, moving rather slowly. Well, it actually slowed down from when it passed across the eastern Caribbean islands. And as it is in the Caribbean Sea, the waters are warm, so it is gathering a lot of strength. The last sampled winds, they were sampling winds up to 45 miles per hour, indicating that it has been producing sustained tropical storm force winds. However, they have not found a close defined circulation, meaning that there are winds coming from every direction, the north, the south, the east, and the west. There is a hurricane hunter that is in the system at this time, and it is expected to be upgraded to a tropical storm later today. Now across us in the Caribbean islands or the Eastern Caribbean, there are some upper level clouds, more cirrus type clouds. Also there is the Saharan dust that is lingering in the atmosphere. So you would see those dusty conditions around today, and so we're looking at mostly sunny weather for today, mostly dry weather conditions across our area. There are two tropical waves that are in the main development region, not very active at this time as they are encountering a lot of upper level wind shear activity. Most of the thunderstorm activity is along the intertropical convergence zone, but if you notice to the northern end or the periphery of this wave in particular, not very active. This one we see a bit of activity, but as it progresses across, it could encounter some wind shear activity as well, not causing those thunderstorms to really develop into much. Now on our tropical weather outlook map, we see AL98 in the Caribbean Sea. These arrows are indicating two scenarios. Our most popular models, we have the American model here in purple, and then we also have the European model here to the west. So the American model is giving me a scenario suggesting that this system will slowly move further into the Caribbean Sea and then make a northward turn across Hispaniola. If this scenario plays out, it will cause for the northeastern Caribbean islands to get a deluge or a lot of rainfall activity. But if the European scenario plays out, it will move across Cuba, or it will move further into the Caribbean Sea at first, then move across Cuba and the Bahamas, bringing less rainfall activity for us across the eastern Caribbean. But definitely, we will continue to monitor the progress of AL98. Now, if AL98 becomes a tropical cyclone, the next name on our list is Melissa. We still have 40 days to go, or 40 more days to go in the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, with a few names left. So let's see if we have to exhaust this list this year. But we are moving towards, peak is going further down. We have passed the peak, which is October 15th, and so the tropical cyclone activity is expected to decrease as we go further towards the end of the hurricane season. Of course, we have been grateful for those pictures that you have been sending to us at abmsiwatch@gmail.com. Continue to do so. If you happen to have any videos, also you can send those along. Remember, abmsiwatch@gmail.com, as you continue to be our eyes on the outside. Like and follow us on our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and X at Antigua Barbuda Meteorological Service. Check out our hotline at 463-4638 and our website at antiguamet.com. Definitely continue to monitor with us and stay ready as we approach the end of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. I'm Letitia Humphreys. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Today's tropical weather update has been brought to you by State Insurance Company Limited. Live in a better state of mind.